Okay, today on the workbench floor we've got Gigantor, the box that this would come and normally calls it a 17-inch tall robot. In reality it's only 16 inches to the top of the antennas. Made in Hong Kong, imported by Mego in 1970, and you can find it in the Ward's catalog in 1971. Runs on 3 D cells. They all face positive up, which is unusual. Normally how toys will put one battery up, one battery down, one battery up. These all 3 go in the same direction, which is unusual. The other unusual thing about this, besides being a walking and rotomatic robot, is that when it stops rotating, it will go back the other way. So in other words, right now when I turn it on, it's going to be walking towards the camera. Once it goes into spin mode, it'll then stop and walk back the other way and go away from the camera. This is the way the very original made in Japan, all tin giant robots, super giant robots worked. And then they kind of cut the costs and took that feature out, because in order to do that, you have to be able to reverse the ratchets in the feet. So in other words, in order to walk forward, for those feet to be forward walking, there's a certain ratchet system that's connected right now. But when the body rotates around the other way, it has to then flip all that and engage the other ratchet wheels. So it's kind of unusual. It also runs really fast. I mean, this one runs like new, and maybe it doesn't have much playtime on it. And the reason I'm saying that, it was sent to me because it didn't run. The reason it didn't run, because I was talking about all those batteries facing upright earlier, that means in the battery box they have to take a connection from the bottom of one battery, run a wire to the top of the contacts of the next one, then the bottom of that battery to the contacts of the top of the third one. So there's 2 jumper wires in there besides the positive and negative that go off into the robot. And of those 2 jumper wires, one of them, we'll call it a cold solder joint, wasn't actually soldered to the metal contact on the first battery, furthest to the right when you're looking at it from the rear. It was melted into the plastic, so the wire was held there. It might have made contact for some short period of time, but in order to find that, of course, I had to use a voltmeter and go through the battery box and find where the voltage stopped. And in order to fix that, I had to take both body halves off, strip everything down. One nice thing about this Hong Kong made robot is it seems to have almost exclusively all metal gears inside, so it could have a run life. But as I was saying earlier, with the 3 D cells in there, that's 4.5 volts, this thing tries to walk really fast, kind of makes it a little unstable, and when it spins, it really spins. So let's turn it on. It has guns that come out with flashing lights. So you see it's really stepping right along. And that is a fast rotomatic. It was good for demonstrations in stores because they didn't need a big play table to put the robots on, because they just went back and forth. Alright, we're stopping it. And also, when you've had me in other videos talk about how the rotomatic systems work in there using a beveled thing that lifts gears up. This still does the shifting by lifting and lowering gears, but it uses a different lever mechanism inside to do it. And then fortunately, with the body halves on there, I can't show it to you because it's down in here. Here's the gun part. They come out in a 2-step thing. It's got that hinge thing, so it's the more complicated gun. And there are 2 lights in each gun. There are no lights in the eyes, although these are gels. They could have put lights up there. They got 4.5 volts. They should have put lights up there. But there you have it. That's your Gigantor robot, made in Hong Kong. It was exported by Mego, and again, the earliest date we can find so far is 1970, again in the Ward's catalog by 1971.